Today's episode is sponsored by TDK, accelerating transformation for a sustainable future. Visit them at tdk.com.
Aerospace and defense manufacturing.
Machines and automation.
Additive manufacturing.
Smart manufacturing.
The global manufacturing economy.
Welcome to Advanced Manufacturing Now, the podcast for manufacturing professionals, powered by SME. From the design screen to the shop floor to final assembly, we drive the conversation about making manufacturing smarter by connecting people who are passionate about manufacturing.
Hello and welcome to Advanced Manufacturing Now, the podcast for manufacturing professionals. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get new episodes delivered to your feed each week. I am your host, Lawrence Mobes, editor at SME Media, and today I am here speaking with Sandeep Ahluwalia. We will be speaking today on the subject of advancing past traditional CBM towards predictive insights and prescriptive actions as keys to accelerating Industry 4.0. Sandeep, let's start out by getting a little bit of information about you. Can I hear a little bit about your background, your experience, and about your current role?
First of all, Lawrence, thanks for having me on the podcast. I really appreciate it. A little bit about myself. My name is Sandeep Ahluwalia. I'm the Chief Product Officer at TDK Sensei. As a background, I have a EE from Berkeley and a computer science master's and an MBA. I've been working in software and in product management for close to 30 years. And the last decade, I've been focused on an IoT, specifically industrial IoT. I have brought to market various IoT services that range from smart lighting to smart parking to heavy industries, things like worker safety. We brought together a solution using computer vision and AI that focused on keeping workers safe in heavy industries. So I've learned a lot about creating platforms from scratch, bringing a complete platform with AI and analytics to the market and launching it. Currently, I've been with TDK Sensei for about 4 months, and here my charter is to really develop both the hardware sensors as well as a complete AI strategy to bring to market the next revolution, which is the Industry 5.0 with AI and advanced health monitoring platform, which will consist of not just hardware sensors, but smart software algorithms and AI and deep learning algorithms that will bring the next generation of human and machine interaction leveraging AI.
Very good, thank you. And about TDK Sensei, for those of us who are not very familiar, you mentioned a little bit about it, but can you tell me about the formation of TDK Sensei and any other information our audience might like to know?
Yeah, absolutely. But let me first start with TDK. TDK is our mothership. TDK has almost a 90-year legacy of bringing innovation and manufacturing excellence into this industry. They have actually a great history of creating companies to focus on building new technologies and solving key industrial problems. Sensei is one such company that they have, created. And the focus of Sensei is on a low-touch, advanced machine health monitoring platform. And the purpose of the platform is to enable an end-to-end platform solution for monitoring machine health. It will leverage our advanced sensor systems, but really will tie in together our expertise in AI and machine learning and bring that sensor fusion and intelligence to bring actionable insights, predictive maintenance, and performance optimization for heavy industries and manufacturing sites.
Very good. And you also, in your introduction a minute ago, you mentioned the advanced machine health monitoring. What else can you tell us about advanced machine health monitoring and its relation to Industry 4.0?
Absolutely. One of the things that TDK brings to Sensei is the manufacturing expertise and great technologies. We are using that to build next generation sensors that will include capabilities such as magnetic microphone, current sensors, but also bringing in like battery and energy harvesting, which is that these sensors can power themselves over time. The key for us as we move into Industry 4.0 and actually out of Industry 4.0 is to bring that AI layer to it. We've been doing it already, bringing in, creating optimized AI models that can run on our sensors, so we can detect and predict when machines will fail, and provide that intelligence to operators so that they can get ahead of the game and do maintenance before the machine actually fails. So the whole purpose of our advanced health monitoring is to bring this low touch, which is that, today when you look at, condition-based monitoring, it is all hands-on, from not just installing the sensor, but collecting of data to analyze that data. And if you imagine when you have a huge installation base of sensors, you have a lot of data to sift through, and you almost need an expert who knows how to look at the data and how to analyze it, and then use that data to make decisions. With AI, that becomes much more simplified. We can bring in advanced algorithms, bring in advanced analytics, and provide that predictive layer that can provide intelligence to the boots on the ground for production managers to optimize their production line and maintenance schedules.
Very good. You just mentioned condition-based maintenance, and traditional condition-based maintenance, that is, and some of the ways that AI can help with that. It sounds like it's a lot of work and a lot of hands-on, interaction by the operators there. But where else do you see limitations and challenges of traditional condition-based maintenance, especially in the context of Industry 4.0?
Absolutely. The biggest thing is data complexity. When you have all these sensors now, condition-based monitoring sensors, it's effective, but it has its limitations. The limitations is when you have large volumes of data, how do you sift through that? Now, if you have, again, a lot of sensors, how do you set those thresholds, right? Machine behavior changes as operating conditions change, and those thresholds will change as well. And, how do you know what thresholds it should be without AI telling you, hey, this conditions have changed, you need to increase your threshold, so that you don't keep getting false alerts, false data. And then integration with existing systems is a big problem. The other one is, now with condition-based monitoring, you have a skill gap. Now you need your factory workers and production managers to now really understand how to interpret the data and make key decisions. So, and it's very limited and predictive. It can guess, it can predict maybe a few days before machine failure, but it cannot give you that long-term predictive analysis so that you can optimize your maintenance schedules and lower your maintenance costs.
Sounds like advanced machine health monitoring offers some real tangible benefits over traditional CBM. But are there other ways that advanced machine health monitoring differs from traditional CBM?
Yeah, one of the biggest ways it differs is automating that whole process so that it becomes very low touch. Having served this heavy industrials, I know that the folks that work in these manufacturing sites are very busy, and they don't really have time to focus on understanding the systems. They just want data. They just want data in a way they can consume easily. They want actionable insights that they can leverage to make decisions and optimize their production line. Having spoken to so many different manufacturing facilities, including within TDK, what they really want is predictive analytics. They want to be able to have no lines down if they can have that. So that's where they want to focus, and that's where our advanced low-touch, advanced health monitoring solutions come in. It's all about the data in the end of the day. It's not just the sensor data. It's also data that comes from systems. Imagine that I can now have my sensor data, but I also have machine data. I have historical records, and I can combine all of that to provide a more holistic view of what's going on, not only with that machine, but with that production line. And that, I think, is where the differentiator is when you use advanced health monitoring and bring AI into your factories.
Yeah, you've mentioned AI a couple of times now, so I want to hear a little bit more about the role of AI in transitioning from the reactive maintenance that you presumably get from the CBM versus the prescriptive actions that you may be able to get to with advanced machine health monitoring. So what role does AI actually play?
Actually, AI plays a very crucial role in transitioning from reactive to predictive maintenance. It is about analyzing large volumes of data, as I just mentioned, right? Large volumes of data from sensors. So imagine that I can put hundreds of sensors in a factory and I'm collecting all that data. I have all of the different historical records, and I need to be able to identify key patterns that can help predict a potential equipment failure before they occur. And this allows the maintenance teams to then proactively address those issues and prevent unexpected breakdowns. The key here is to really minimize downtime and optimize operational efficiency. So it's about pattern recognition, generating early warning alerts, proactively providing maintenance schedules. But the other thing is that over time, AI can also talk about the remaining useful life of different components that are in the equipment, right? We have now seen failures and we can see that mean time to failure. And now we can provide that type of information as well. Hey, given this, I can tell you that this part will only last X period of time. You should change it before the machine goes down. Those are the key aspects that as we move towards AI, that I think there's a lot we can do here and a lot of operational efficiency that can be brought into manufacturing with AI.
Very good. Now, you mentioned predictive insights and prescriptive actions, and they're both clearly very important features, but how specifically do they contribute to the overall efficiency and productivity of manufacturing processes? Predictive insights and prescriptive actions.
So I think, the holy grail is really in the predictive analytics, where you want to tell folks inform them about something that's about to break, and so they can get ahead of it. But I think the holy grail is really in prescriptive analytics, to tell your production managers about, hey, I've learned so much through predictive analytics and all my AI. Let me give you some information about, optimal control limits, thresholds, so that I can now tell them ahead of time that, hey, your machine, I think you need to change the following control limits, set the thresholds. I can even recommend certain settings on machines, and then so that before basically the whole idea is to tell them what to do before they have to do any maintenance. Now, another part of prescriptive analytics is optimizing maintenance schedules. So I can tell them, hey, this is the best time to do the maintenance to prevent machine downtime. So over time, as we get more data, as we collect some of the predictive analytics, but it's really about telling them ahead of time what they can do to prevent downtime and failures. It's not just about predictive, but how they can change certain settings on the machines and change their maintenance schedules to keep the production line running.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. And now it sounds like we all can agree, I think, that Industry 4.0 has definitely transformed and reshaped manufacturing. And it sounds like there's some potential for advanced machine health monitoring to, shape the future of manufacturing. But what do you see as the future trends in predictive maintenance, and how will they shape the next phase of Industry 4.0?
Yeah, if you look at the evolution of the industrial evolution, going from steam engine to adding a little electricity to optimize your production line, to adding more controls, and then Industry 4.0 has really been about digital transformation. Now, how do you leverage that digital transformation and go to the next step? And next step is really about Industry 5.0, which is now bringing in AI, this AI and human interaction to really bring about, the whole smart factory integration, not just going beyond 4.0 And you have IoT today, you have digital transformation that's increasing within these heavy industries. And it's really about bringing in more of the predictive maintenance optimizations, bringing in things like digital twins. Imagine that you can create a virtual replica of your physical assets so that you can simulate operating conditions, you can start predicting equipment behavior under different scenarios, and now you can bring in more of proactive maintenance planning. This is all enabled by more sophisticated AI models and with deep learning, because now as you learn more about the data, you can come up with more complex data patterns so that you can look at more nuanced predictions. That is not just obvious with sensors, right? You can look at the data and make more nuanced failure predictions. Then you can also bring in things like augmented reality or virtual reality to provide to maintenance folks how to better maintain their systems. These are all that enabled with AI and human interaction for this next phase, which is the Industry 5.0.
Yeah, Industry 5.0 is definitely going to bring some new and exciting innovations as well, for sure. If our listeners wanted to get more information about TDK and specifically about advanced machine health monitoring, how might they do so?
Yeah, they can go on to sensei.tdk.com, and there's a lot of information about what we offer today and where we are going. TDK's vision is really to accelerate this move to Industry 5.0. We are already investing heavily in AI and advanced analytics, and it already provides an advantage because we already have leveraged the machine manufacturing expertise that TDK has, the great technology they have, and the mindset that we have is bringing this optimized production with increase in sustainability, which is very key as industries and manufacturing move forward. So I would really encourage our viewers to go visit the TDK website and sensei.com website.
Very good. Thank you very much. So the TDK website and the sensei.com website are some good resources. Well, thank you very much, Sandeep. We appreciate your time today. I know I learned quite a bit. And for those in our audience who would like to learn more about the latest manufacturing trends and to hear more podcasts, don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcast feed or visit us at advancedmanufacturing.org.